Good afternoon, South Africa. Welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Bonnie Booley. It's Friday, and we just can't wait to get the party started. Joining us in the loft is local actress Lizz Meiring, and she's here to chat to us about her new film, Hoener met die Rooi Skoene. And the director, Koos Roets, is also here to chat to us about it. We also take a look at a new stage production of Michael Jackson's life, and Michael Jackson himself is in the loft to perform for us. Stick around and you'll understand what I mean. And we also want you to write in on our Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram and tell us what your favorite Michael Jackson track is. Jeannie is in the kitchen.
Thank you, Bonnie. Now, it's no secret that the kitchen is not really my comfort zone, but every now and then, Clem comes up with a recipe that really does inspire me to learn. And today is one of those days.
It is.
Hummus.
Hummus. And yeah, I like the way you say it. You have to say it like that.
I say it properly. It's hummus.
So last year, Bonnie and I were in the kitchen, and we were like totally going at the food that was in the kitchen. So I said, it's okay, because summer bodies are made in 2017.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's true.
Well,
so 2017 has been officially dubbed 20 Get Lean, okay?
Well, you're getting really lean, and this is something that can really help, because hummus is really high in protein, really high in fiber, really high in...
Flavor. Which is very important. Don't substitute flavor when it comes to eating healthy foods, because a lot of people do that, and they go straight to cabbage and broccoli and boiled chicken.
So much goodness in the kitchen today.
Exactly.
I cannot wait. And remember, you can join us. You've just got to get all of these ingredients and make it with us. It's going to be so worth it. Now, our first guest, Lizz Meiring, is a true workhorse in the entertainment industry. For more than 30 years, she has consistently appeared in stage and screen in South Africa. Over the years, she's appeared in hundreds of TV shows, films, stage productions, and that's just in front of the camera. It's no wonder she's known in the industry as Busy Lizzie.
My gut feel sê waar hy nou is daar tequila aan tap. Die hotelskool gaan my dik gat broer van jou oorsee stuur.
Molly, wat's fout?
Faatjie is gearresteer.
Jou ma is nog lekker die moeder vir jou omdat jy by daai lollipop lounge was.
Where's I in jail? Ek is veronderstel om in Holland te wees in Amsterdam saam met my man.
Joining us right now on the couch in the loft is Busy Lizzie herself, Lizz Meiring. Welcome to the loft.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Jeannie. It's so wonderful to be here. It's first time.
Oh, lovely to have you. You're so adorable. What size shoe do you wear?
5.
I'm a size 5, but yours looks
so cute.
I've got big boots. Maybe my shoes look smaller.
You've got the most outstanding show reel. Like, you've just done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of productions. Where did your love for performance come from? Is it something that happened when you were really young?
I think one is born with it.
Yes.
I do believe that we all have a certain kind of genetic wiring in terms of what we will be good at and what we're passionate about. So there was unfortunately no stopping me. Whether the world wanted to see me or not, I was going to be an actor and a writer and a director and a presenter and all of those things. A communicator. I love telling stories, and that's what we are at the end of the day. That's what you are. All of us who work in this field are actually storytellers.
Do you realise that you've been in over 500 stage, television and film productions altogether?
No, I had to... sorry, that sounds like bragging, but I am going to brag.
No, it's not bragging.
No, I had to update my CV for this year. It's almost 2,000 productions that I've done since I've started.
So have you counted? How many is film?
Please don't worry.
How many is film? How many is stage?
Film is about 23. Television is... It's about 450 or so. And stage is, more than 1,000, yes. But remember, I started at the age of 9. But so I wasn't a horrible child actor. I was a very shy person, like most actors are. We actually are very shy people.
They're actually quite shy people.
But there's a great difference between an actor and a show-off.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's what people often confuse.
So I guess the question we should be asking you is, what haven't you done? Because you also write.
Yes, I write.
You've directed. So. I mean, when I look at how people view the industry, their perceptions of it is that it's something you can do as a hobby for a while, and then you've got to have another career lined up to fall back on.
That is so sad because it is a
is.
respected profession like any other profession. It's people watching you and saying, oh, I can present, it looks easy. Our job is to make it look easy.
So then what led you to going and doing auctioneering? 100, 200, give me 300.
I'm a registered qualified auctioneer because
Oh, my goodness.
I often have to MC, like you ladies, big
Yes.
corporate functions and lots of these big charities, and you're asked to auction, you know,
Yes.
for World AIDS Day and stuff like that.
Amazing.
And that's fun to
Absolutely.
do. Event auctions, and I do art, visual art, fine art. That's my field. Art, books, antiques. And it's far more civilized. We have 5,000. Do we see 7,000? The lady in the room there, 8,000. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
That's something completely, that's something completely different. But
Yeah.
we can do the charging. And I'm always fascinated. As artists, we have to expose ourselves to things that we don't
so
know.
much,
Yeah, it's a
absolutely.
completely different world, and they're enormously skilled. It's amazing to see them.
You end up knowing a little bit of everything.
Now, what stands out for you as one of your most impactful productions?
And it's not because it's the publicity for this. It truly is. Every now and again, after this year, I'm in the industry 33 years, every now and again, something comes along where there is such magic and such inspiration, and every tiny little element just comes
Fits.
together. And this is the movie that I've just done, Hoener met die Rooi Skoene. It was one of those productions that, apart from the fact that Koos Roets is just... People in South Africa don't understand how renowned he is, not just in South Africa, but internationally. A massive amount of big names that he's worked with and the amount of knowledge that he has. But, you pick it up in that script and you just know. It's that indefinable quality. I'm getting goosebumps when you just know this is magic.
That it's extraordinary. Yeah.
And speaking of which, we're going to be back in a little while. We're going to be back with Liz later on the couch to chat about her new film, Hoener met die Rooi Skoene.
Plus, we look at the new Michael Jackson stage production as well. So let us know on social media, what's your favorite MJ song? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat or comment on our Facebook page. We'll see you after the break. Don't go away.
And I'm wearing my Rooi Skoene.
Say yes to the Smart Snack.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and I hope you're going to join us in learning this amazing recipe. We're learning how to make roasted pepper hummus.
That's right.
It sounds delicious already.
It is.
I'm salivating. How do we get started?
So the first thing you have to
I can
do-
see you roasting your pepper already.
Which is exactly the first thing we have to do.
It's a very conventional way of roasting a pepper.
If you have a gas stove, the best way to do it, honestly, is to do it directly on the flame.
What if it explodes?
Okay, it will, if you don't give it a good poking.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do, take a knife,
Makes sense.
and just poke it with a knife a few times. That way, because there's obviously like a little cavity inside there, the steam builds up and then it comes out of the hole. So what you're gonna do is literally char it. And I mean char as in like, don't go lightly and just brown it. Black is what you're looking for. So you're gonna keep on letting that go, keep on turning it. Don't use your fingers, maybe not. Maybe don't use your fingers. Okay,
You're
that's me.
probably using your
That's
fingers.
me. Use tongs at home.
Okay.
And this is not one for the kids, actually. No, this is one you're gonna try.
Yeah.
Give it a good charring.
So
Then
we
what
have
you
a
do-
roasted pepper.
Got a roasted pepper, and then you pop it into a bowl and you cover it with plastic wrap. It allows it to steam. And when it steams, the skin becomes super soft. And you can actually just rub it right off, like we're gonna do right now. So all you do is,
So you want to, the point of that is to get the skin off the pepper.
that's right, you want
peel
the
the
skin,
pepper.
but also what it does is by doing this, it imparts real smoky flavor to the pepper, which is what you want. You want that smokiness in there. So we've got our pepper. All I'm gonna do now is actually just pull off a piece of the flesh, which is, because of the way that we roasted it, the flesh becomes super soft as well. And a little bit of those black bits, they're good.
flavor.
You want that, because you want to get a little bit of that smokiness in
It's
there.
like Bryburn. It's great.
Bribe.
I just
Bryburn.
invent my own words for
You
things.
do. It's
But
okay.
you know, when something is on the brine, it gets a little bit burny, that little crisp. It's Bryburn. It's
And
nice.
those non-bry masters will be like telling you, it's okay, it's bry.
I'm not bothered with this.
No.
I'm my own Bry master, man.
There we go. So in there, pepper's going, lemon juice. Lemon juice is really
You're not
great.
going the whole pepper. We're making.
No, you
it.
can.
Okay.
We're going to speed up the process a little bit.
Okay.
And obviously you can't make hummus without chickpeas.
Yes.
So can you pass the chickpeas for me? These are just a canned version and I've drained off all the liquid. So you spoke about some of the amazing properties that chickpeas have. I mean, they're a great source of protein and they're really flavorful as well. And like beans, legumes, grains, we all need to have them in our diets. This is a great way to get in there.
So it's a protein, but isn't it also a carbohydrate?
It is, but it's got more protein than what is normally expected of the grain. So it's a great snack and great to have.
So if you're having a diet and it says no carbs, hummus is still allowed?
Well, no. But no one should be dieting in the first place.
Tell me that.
No one should be dieting, okay?
Exactly,
it's moderation, it's moderation.
Yes, Dad.
So, in go the chickpeas, some lemon zest goes in there. Now, here comes the part where we kind of switch things out. Normally, we would use olive oil right about now, but we're trying to like not cut down on oils and fats, but when we can easily substitute something like oil for yogurt, go for it. And also it adds a bit of that yogurty tag, which is really great. I know you're probably like all the purists at home being like, what?
I know.
No, yogurt?
As it is you using canned chickpeas.
Look, if you got time at home to be soaking your chickpeas
I don't.
overnight...
I don't. If it comes in a can, I'm quite happy to eat it.
Absolutely.
Peaches.
And then,
tomatoes.
what else?
Spaghetti.
Imagine we forgot the garlic. Garlic goes in. You need garlic, okay? And then we're going to go with a couple of spices. So I've got some smoked paprika, some cumin, and some coriander in. And then you kind of want to add a little bit of spice, because spice is like a great way to add flavor to food without adding any other nasty bits.
I tasted a jalapeno hummus once, and it was outstanding.
Was this on one of your recent travels?
Yeah, to Woolworths.
Great. Oh, they are delicious. It's so good.
Yeah.
Talking about Woolworths, normally you would add tahini to this right about now.
Yes.
But tahini is quite something, I mean, you're going to use it now and then when you're going to use it again, the next time I make hummus. What I've got is I've gone for one of the Woolies nut butters, which are really, really great because you use this in the hummus and you use it on your toast and you use it as a little pick-me-up throughout the day. These are great. You always add them in your cupboard. I do, because I'm sure I've seen you snack on the nut butters in the...
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That goes in there.
Although I've never seen anyone milk a nut before.
I know. How do you do? Never mind. Never mind. Okay, a little bit of water goes in. I'm going to YouTube that when I'm done. Add a little salt and pepper. Ooh. Salt, pepper. I've never taken this long to make hummus. I think we're talking so much. It's amazing.
No, I know. It's great. But I'm remembering it, so I'm actually going to make it when I go home.
And you split it all up.
But it must be quite chunky.
You must. So what I added a little too much water. Okay. So we're going to bulk it up with some more chickpeas.
I distract you a lot in this kitchen. I've
You
decided.
really do. But I like it. It's pretty cool. It's the weekend. So we've kind of gone from making a hummus to making a hummus dip.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. Hey, 2017, you know, take life as it comes. So we've taken the recipe and now we've made a beautiful red roasted pepper chickpea hummus dip.
Amazing.
What do you think?
Oh, delicious. And all of this is to dip in there.
That's right. When we come back in part 2, I'm going to show you what to do with some amazing Woolies summer greens. Again, be a little healthy. I'm going to teach you how to grill without any oil.
Okay, amazing. So the key word for this is summer, and for you to get all of the recipe details, all you need to do is SMS the word summer to 33650. There you go. The text costs R1.50 each, and of course T's and C's do apply. Now, Hoener met die Rooi Skoene is a brand new South African comedy that releases in cinemas next week. The film stars our guest, Lizz Meiring, and is written and directed by legend Koos Roets, who has been in the film industry for more than 50 years.
Mevrou, aangesien hy siek is en ek getuie nommer 1 is, gaan ek nou vir u 'n paar vrae vra. Wanneer laas het u man gesien?
My magtig. Dis my ondersoek en ek vra die vraag.
Ja, maar daar hoendertjie, jealousy will get you nowhere.
Welcome back, and of course, joining us and Liz on the couch is legend himself, Koos Roets. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you very much.
The film looks like it's going to be amazing. What made you take the story and adapt it into a film?
I went to the last film festival and I saw some of the most amazing films, locally made films, wonderful films, but they're all very, very, very heavy films.
Yeah.
And after a week, I was in such distress, and the rest of the world is in distress. We've got murders, we've got people shooting people in the streets in Paris, and I thought it's now time to laugh. And this movie has got no message. It's not going to tell us to stop drinking, stop stealing money from whoever, just to have fun. And the whole thing is we have with Lizzie here.
Yeah.
We decided, and I think it's a laugh. It's original old French, not a scripted play, which we adapted for South Africa. And we modernized it and got some South African humor in, we think. And we just decided to have fun. And I think, I always say, when you're on the set and you're not having fun, go home, it doesn't work.
I totally agree with you.
And I think we've had more fun in this movie than I've had in a long time. And I think it shows on the screen.
Yeah, ever since I heard the title of the film,
Yeah.
I've been picturing this little white chicken with red boots on. So please tell us what the film's about.
Liz, you want to tell? I think you better.
Well, we can't give away who Hoener is, because that's a
It's a
plot thing.
whodunit, yeah.
It's a whodunit, and it's basically the story of my character called Bonnie.
Great name.
He's the receptionist for a very famous impresario, who is the agent for very famous singers, opera singers, etc., etc. Very classy, high-class guy, and she's a receptionist. And she has...
And she never stops talking, never,
which
ever,
is
ever.
very unlike me.
Yeah,
Of course, I'm this quiet, shy...
Yeah, it must have been quite a stretch for you to portray a character like that.
She lives a small little life. A little life, but she has a love of murder mysteries and movies and all the murder mystery novels and so on and so on. And then one night when she's alone in reception, still chatting on her phone, her boss appears with a knife in his back and collapses in front of her.
Basically dies in front of her.
Dies in front of her. And he knows that no matter how big-mouthed she is about weapons and guns and things like that, at the first sight of blood, she faints. And there's an enormous storm, power failure. When she comes to... No, she's called the police and they come there. He's gone. No corpse, no blood, not a drop of blood.
And no sign of any murder.
Nothing. No sign of any murder.
The body is gone.
And that is how it starts.
How it starts. Then the games begin.
And then the games begin.
How long did it take you to write the script?
I must still confess, I wrote it 40 years ago. And we actually did make a movie 40 years ago with Katinka in the part that she did. Katinka Haynes and Toby Grunier did the part that loaded, but it was totally different to this. We adapted it a hell of a lot, but we did it. It was called Bubble Coast. It was 40, as they say, 40
Bubble
years
Coast
ago.
is the Afrikaans word for somebody.
For never stop, a chatterbox. And I always thought it was such a fantastic story, and people don't see it anymore. I think it's high time. And they say when you start copying yourself, you're a has-been. So that's what, but Jamie Ace has done it 5 times, and every time it was better than the previous one.
Yeah.
So when I rewrote the script, it took me only about 2 weeks to adapt it and to modernize it, and we brought in new things to just modernize it and make it now. But
what makes this unique is the fact that how many whodunits have you seen in South Africa? Comedy, thriller, whodunits. You know, none.
Yeah.
This is completely new. And also, the characters are so fascinating. It's not cardboard characters. Each of them have fine nuances and little eccentricities that we all have. And their interaction with each other is so deeply human and touching and funny and at times annoying, which is what we are as human beings.
Humans.
And Koos, with his vast wisdom and knowledge of that kind of stuff. What are you doing, my Koos?
Oh, man, I thought you were going to pay us.
I thought you were going to pull a rabbit out of the but it's true. And I think certain things you can write when you're young and angry and you want to change the world, and all of those things and it's important. And other things you can write when you're older and you have that beautiful wisdom without being preachy.
Well, some of your cast members have a few things to say about you, and let's see how well you've paid them.
Pressure. I love him.
From the moment I saw her carry her suitcase into the Classroom Hotel, I knew that it was a force to be reckoned with. She's an absolute professional. She's a real mensch. She's a delicious, wonderful, generous person, and she's funny, man. She's absolutely hilarious.
Warm. Lizz Meiring is a very, very dear friend. She's open. She's super talented. She's everything that you want in a bigger sister. She's, I don't know. She's amazing. She makes me laugh. She makes me feel good about myself. I think because she feels so good about being herself. She has no issues. There's no ego. It's just Liz. You either love her or you wish you can be her.
Liz is definitely a diva. She'll love me for it. No, she won't. No, but I mean, at heart, no, not at all. But just the way she is. I mean, that's the kind of person that she is, larger than life. Not difficult. She gives her 120% in every scene. And when you see the film, you'll realize how much she had to give. It's very text-driven, and she gives basically 80% of the text. So it's amazing what she did. But diva, come on, yes. It's difficult to just say the highlights working with Liz to just kind of limit it to on-set life and what we do while the cameras are rolling, because that's great and there's a lot of magic. But off-screen, off-set, when we literally just sit down and have a drink after a hard day or hard night's shoot, that I find is magic. And I know that Liz will know the one night we had a wonderful chat, and the next morning all they found was my one crutch, pink, and a bottle of wine unopened at a chair where she was sitting the night before, and they knew that we had a long chat, but nobody knew where I was. So it was quite funny. We had a lot of fun, and a lot of it was just, living together and creating a wonderful friendship.
Well, when somebody starts a story like that, you know you have to finish it. What happened?
Koos believes, like I do as a director, that if it's possible, get the crew and the cast in their own, in one environment,
yes,
where they can really concentrate on doing the work.
Yeah.
All the traveling to and fro and all of that takes away from the focus and the energy, especially if you have a short time to do something. And he taught me something very, very important long ago when I started directing. He said he does dressing room casting. And I was young and feisty and so on. I said, but
dressing room casting, that's not casting couch.
No, not casting couch.
Because welcome to our couch, Koos.
Well, this is a big couch. He said,
yes, queen.
And I said, but how can you, it should be about the talent and the talent only. And he said, one bad apple, one negative person who destroys that wonderful creative process.
Yeah.
We can get precious about and say it is sacred, but it is.
It is.
Because you're not working with a machine, you're working with people.
Yes. The
Their
vibe
bodies,
has
their
to be
psyches,
awesome.
And he said, and I have never forgotten that. And that is a talent that he has, to put together a cast and a crew of people who are truly compatible.
Yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
The best.
That's a skill.
That's the
And
best
that is the
environment to work
chemistry
in.
that translates
On screen.
You can't buy that, you can't force that. I've never forgotten that, Koos.
Yeah.
So that is all comes from the top.
Wow.
That whole,
Wow.
that combination of people.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait to see the film, and we're going
Yeah.
to try and make sure that the rest of South Africa sees it. And either you paid those people a lot of money or you're superhuman, Lizz Meiring.
I may be super midget, but I'm definitely not super. I didn't even know about it.
I just let you in a little secret. The next movie is already planned with Lizzie, and she's going to play a whore in it.
Can't wait to play a prostitute.
Well, you can stay a bit longer, and Jeannie and I will have a bit of
We'll
a
discuss our casting in that.
casting couch. Hoener met die Rooi Skoene opens at cinemas on the 27th of January, so make sure you go and check it out.
After the break, we look at a new stage production dedicated to the life of Michael Jackson. Plus, we have a performance coming up, so stay right where you are.
Experience the world in a way less limited. Apply today at dinersclub.co.za.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, the king of pop, Michael Jackson, will always be remembered as one of the most iconic figures in the history of music. Almost everyone on the planet has jammed along to one of his memorable tunes, and now a stage production dedicated to the life and times of this historic figure is showing at the Artscape in Cape Town.
It's actually ridiculous how good you are. It's called the Michael Jackson History Show, and we're joined now by the lead cast member, D'Antonio. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I've seen you perform before at the Sevens Rugby, and I looked and I thought that my mind was tricking me because I thought, no, Michael Jackson's dead, and because I thought it was the real thing. It was just so good. The moves were just amazing. So welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
How did you and Michael Jackson find each other? Because I can imagine this is larger than just playing a role.
Yeah.
Something like this that happens to you is a meeting of hearts, of minds, destiny, really.
Yeah, that's a great way to state that because, you know, I started singing and performing when I was 9 years old. And it was introduced to me by my big brother. I woke up one Saturday morning and I saw him dancing to Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. You know, so here I am walking out into the lounge and I hear this music, you know, keep on with the force, don't stop till you get enough, keep on. And I see my brother just dancing and he's going at it. And that was my first introduction to Michael Jackson's music, you know, the sound. And after that, I saw his, you know, cassette cover, you know, back in the day.
The cassette, yeah.
Because that was 1988, you know. And I saw the images of Michael Jackson, and I got so fascinated by it. And I started, you know, emulating him and studying his ways and his moves and his music, you know.
Then eventually you were actually asked by the director of the show to play Michael Jackson after the previous impersonator had gone into retirement. I mean, what did that feel like? Because you'd literally prepared for this role your entire life.
Yeah, for sure. You know, starting at a young age always helps with any career. And Michael Jackson is one of those pinnacle performers, you know, in the world. When I got the part, I remember I sent my video tape all over the world. I mean, I emailed everybody I knew, all the production companies around the world. And Showtime Australia was at the top of that list, and they came back with a reply. And when the director, Johnny...
What did they say?
Well, he replied my email and said, I'd like to have a personal one-on-one and a re-audition. I'd like to re-audition you because your video clip was amazing, but we just got to be sure. Because they needed someone that could sing, dance, and, you know, just live the part.
What did that feel like? I mean, you were a young boy from Kimberley, really, and now you're hitting the big time, I suppose, traveling internationally, performing as your hero.
Getting such a break is really, it's intimidating. Because, you know, you come from such a humble city as Kimberley, and, you know, everybody knows everybody, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're on this world stage where 55,000 people watch you, you know, weekly, you know. It's really intimidating, but it's a blessing and it's a responsibility and it's a dream come true. It really is.
You know what I find most fascinating about this for me? It's just the law of attraction, I guess, is that you attracted this reality into your life from a really young age.
You know, you never know where it's going to go. I mean, you start a recipe, you don't know what's going to come out of it, but like I always say to all the fans and to anybody that's pursuing their career, just keep going, you know, just never give up, never stop dreaming and stay with your vision.
Do you want to hear a really crazy story? So years ago, I was overseas filming for Top Travel, and I was in a little French village with Yanez, and I had a dream that I was hanging out with Michael Jackson, and I was in a jacuzzi with him. The next morning, I went to breakfast, and the dream stuck with me, and I said to Yanez, I had this crazy dream about Michael Jackson. He said, I know, what a pity, you know what happened? I said, what do you mean? He said, no, he's just passed away.
Wow.
And it was, how weird is that? Maybe I've got the sixth sense, I might.
That is so insane.
But I think Michael Jackson, quite like Princess Diana, people always remember where they were the moment that they found out that they passed away. What was your reaction?
It's so ironic that you say you dreamt so much about him. I remember the week or 2 weeks before his passing, I was also, you know, having lots of dreams of him. I mean, he would come to me backstage in my dream, and he would say to me, you know, make sure you take this jacket with. Make sure you do the toe stand at this point in the show.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's so surreal in the dream because I could hear him, I could see him, I could sense him, you know. I was at home the morning when I received the news, and I stayed in bed the whole day. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sure.
I stayed in bed the whole day, and I just, received all these calls from friends and people that knew how much, I'm into
Because had you been doing the show already?
No, I had been performing as a tribute performer.
Okay.
Prior to signing with Showtime Australia, and doing it on a corporate level, and
Yeah. Okay.
but not at this stage. I mean, this is a world stage.
Yeah.
This is now the real thing for me. It's the real ultimate
absolutely,
stage.
for anybody.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
So the show opened last night. I heard it was unbelievable. What can audiences expect?
I think, the audience can really take with them the Michael Jackson experience. The heart, the passion, the music, the dedication, and most of all, the legacy. For us, it's more than just a tribute show. It's more than just putting on the costume and singing the songs.
And you're actually singing. You're not miming to anything that he sang. Because earlier I was listening to you soundcheck and I couldn't believe that was actually you. I actually went to go and ask the technical guys if it was a Michael Jackson CD. I couldn't believe that it was your voice.
That is why we do it, and we encourage people to come watch the show, to experience it live,
Right.
because you got to be there, to see the light effects, and to see the visuals, to see the props and the costumes, and singing live is very important for us too as a production company, because it's a reputation that we've set.
Exactly.
I mean, there's other people around the world that do tributes, and they mime.
Wow.
But, thank goodness I'm able to, because it's also a study, to sing like Michael Jackson is a principle. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's really
Appreciate it.
incredible and opening up to us like that. And I also just feel like I'm getting a message from Michael that you
What's
and
the
Jeannie
message?
should be in a jacuzzi this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Look,
Just
I wouldn't say no
organise
to being in a
somehow.
jacuzzi with Michael Jackson. I cannot wait to see you perform.
Today you stand a chance to win a set of double tickets to the Michael Jackson History Show at the Artscape in Cape Town. Simply SMS the keyword Express, your name and city to 33650. SMSs are R1.50 each. T's and C's apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.
After the break, we revive the spirit of Michael Jackson right here in the loft. And trust me, you do not want to miss this.
Light and fluffy as a cloud and tasty as can be. Add a sparkle of caster sugar to make your meringue absolutely magnificent with Salati. Always good, always sweet.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and we're back in the kitchen with our delicious roast pepper hummus, which we made earlier in the show, and now we're going to show you how to plate it.
Yeah. But actually, we're going to teach you how to grill some vegetables without using oil. Which is really, really
yeah,
cool.
I'd love
really.
to learn that,
So,
actually.
yes, so I actually bulked up and thickened up our hummus. I added more chickpeas. My mistake. It's okay. Let it go. So it's in the perfect texture right now. So let's get started straight away.
What are these things called? Crudités?
Yeah, and the thing is, what's really great is often you buy these and you end up spending most of your time trimming them for your party platter or for just entertaining in general. So Willie's has these amazing tender stem vegetables, and they're called tender stem for a reason, because each and every one of them are absolutely guaranteed to be tender and delicious.
Okay.
And they're the perfect size, don't you
It's
think?
already been cut for you.
So which is really cool is the broccoli, and you can see the asparagus, perfectly sized and quite like same sized actually, which is perfect for your platter.
Do you know Woolies also does the celery like that? And I've got a confession. So when I'm really, really busy and on the move, my dinner is usually that celery thing and a little thing of hummus.
And do you know you now
that's
get the
what I
one with
have.
the perfectly sized celery, carrot, and a little hummus tub on top. All in one.
Oh, well, there you go. Hashtag dinner.
Sorted. So I've got a screaming hot griddle pan.
Okay.
So you take your perfectly sized tender stem vegetables and you dunk it in water. So you're going to kind of not shake the water off. And the reason for that is...
because that's what's going to cook.
Yeah, you're going to steam your vegetables as you grill them. So you're going to have perfectly tender vegetables, and as the water...
Can you even do that while it's going?
You can.
Do it.
So it's going to perfectly steam. As the water evaporates, it's going to start grilling. So let's get these guys on.
Okay.
And what's really great is that the vegetables are picked at closest, like when they are the most ripe. So you know you're always going to get the vegetables really ripe, really delicious. A lot of other supermarkets pick vegetables when they're not ripe yet, and then they end up getting ripened somewhere in a factory, which is not what you want. This is what you're supposed to be doing, and this is the way you should be eating your vegetables.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is you let these go, let it steam, and let it roast just like that. And it's perfectly so delicious.
Amazing.
I love asparagus. I eat it raw as well.
No, I love asparagus. And actually what this needs is that chunky coarse salt. I love you. I'll do it.
So another one of the amazing greens is the mange two peas, which is really delicious, really sweet. I'm going to try one. My mouth is kind of full right now, so you can have one. These are great. I'm not going to grill these because they're super...
I'm obsessed with these.
Yeah, they're so tender, so juicy. So I'm going to pop it with our hummus over here.
Those don't need to be grilled. That's raw. Could you grill them?
You can, but I mean, they're so thin. I mean, if you look at how thin it is,
yeah,
you don't need to.
And eating it will make me thin?
If you eat things that are thin, you will be thin. So, we're going to finish off our dish, like you said, with... You did the rock salt.
Outstanding.
So when the purist email or comment on Facebook saying you're supposed to be using the oil, try it first.
No, it's good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
So I'll finish everything off with lemon. As always, I'm going to pass that to you.
Of course. What do you want me to do? Squeeze it?
Squeeze it all the vegetables. I also always finish my hummus off with a little bit of lemon, but I've done that already. That just brings out the flavour of everything else that's in there.
And I've splashed lemon all over your hummus anyway.
Just like lemon over everything.
Yeah.
And this is a really great for entertaining. But I also thought about this, if you want to use this as a side to something, we're still busy braaiing. I mean, we braai in winter as South Africans.
Definitely.
If you braai a beautiful piece of lamb and end up having wraps with these, you smear the hummus on the wrap, then some lamb, and then some veggies, and you rock it in.
Great idea. This is really something I would recommend that you make at home because it is sensational. So if you would like the recipe and, of course, the shopping list, all you need to do is text the word summer to 33650. SMSs cost R1.50 each. Free SMSs don't apply. T's and C's do apply. Let's have a look at a recap.
Now, if you've just joined us and wondering what year it is, before the break, we chatted to D'Antonio, who's the star of a new Michael Jackson tribute currently showing at the Arscape. And now we're about to be treated to a performance of the classic Rock With You. Take it away.
Close your eyes, let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it, there ain't nothing that you can do. Relax your mind, lay back and groove with mine. You gotta feel that beat, and we gon' ride the boogie. Share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you all night. I wanna rock the night away. And when the groove is dead and gone,
Well done.
Thank you very much.
That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So, of course, you can catch Michael Jackson live at the Artscape. It has already begun. And it's, I mean, you've got a show tonight, of course. You're
For
going to
sure.
be amazing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Hoener met die Rooi Skoene starts on the 27th of Feb.
No, January. January?
Oh, yeah, of course, we're in January.
We're still
oh, my goodness,
Don't rush the year, Jeannie.
Good luck. I really hope that it has the most amazing run, and I think it's going to be so super successful. We can't wait to watch it.
Thank you very much.
We have to leave your screens now because the cricket is about to start. But let's get ready to support the Proteas against Sri Lanka. We'll see you again on Monday. Cheers. Good night. Happy eating.
Another feel-good production.